Better to have a short life that is full of what you like doing than a long life spent in a miserable way.
Welcome to Footwork.
All right. Welcome. Another Premier League season down, another team of the season that the experts here at Footwork Podcast have to come out and say our team of the year. Pretty excited for today. We added a couple rules. Only one from each team. Manager, player, only one. No duplicates. So we won't run into the era of Dylan there having just 5 Liverpool and 5 Man City players.
Okay, well, let me say that this was my idea to do this because I saw Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher's, and it was like, I mean, 5 United, 5 City.
Yeah.
I was like, this is just stupid, and like
it's mainstream, as we said last time.
5 United, 5 City, and Angola Kante.
Yeah,
and Wags may have not won the Premier League fan vote last year, but he did have a pretty artsy hipster team, and I respected that. So I figured let's dig a little deeper and see about our knowledge.
Yeah. All right. So before we throw out the 2s and 1s, decide who goes first, I just want to put a disclaimer out looking at my sheet here. If you're watching, Joe Willock, you did not make my roster, and I'm sorry. You deserve it.
We'll talk about honorable mentions. We'll talk about honorable mentions for sure.
Just in case he's watching.
Just in case Joe Willock's watching out there.
All right. So think of 3 Suniac teams and then throw a 2 or a 1 up on the screen. All right.
Wait, what?
I think of 3 Suniac teams.
Yeah, you got to count to 3.
Okay. All right. Ready?
And go.
Oh, that was late. But I'm first. Let's go.
Shots first. That's fine.
All
I
right.
don't know how we get second. I guess
We'll just pick it after our pick.
Yeah.
Or go again.
Age before beauty.
Wow.
No. We got.
I don't know which one I am
Let's think of something here quick. A quick game of rock, paper, scissors.
All right, here we go. Ready?
That's fine.
Do you do says up there?
No. Just
Up there.
I'm serious. Do you do says in Binghamton?
Come on.
Rock, paper, scissors, says, or
Rock,
paper, shoot?
scissors, says, and then on shoot you go.
That's Long Island shit.
No, I do that
all right,
too,
so-
to be honest with you.
All right, fine. All right. Count it down,
After-
Sean, and we just throw it
Okay.
up.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, says, shoot.
Oh, let's go. I will take last. I will take
Dill,
last.
Oh, he'll take last.
Because
Okay,
I
I'll go
got
second.
the subs. I got a full 18. So
All right. Well, we're gonna share.
All
Share
right.
some screens, I guess.
Throw-
Right?
throw Shawnee's up there. I want to see this.
Yeah. It's the
Okay,
best.
wait.
team.
I have to remember
Before
how to do
you
this.
put it up,
Here
I'm
we go,
gonna
here we
call
go.
out that he has Vladimir Kufal as his right back.
I already knew who he had. I called it out. in our
Didn't
group
make
chat.
the team. He didn't make the team purely on formation.
Oh,
All right,
But he would have been on my bench if I made a bench.
you guys seeing this?
Look at this.
holy shit!
Look at this squad. Come on.
It's just like,
Wow.
why do they look all tiny compared to mine? Okay.
Mine's beautiful.
I
All
know, I
right,
tried
Sean,
to-
take
I
us
tried
through
to
it.
put it in the real formation. So Martinez in goal. It's
Love
a
it.
no-brainer.
Love
He's the
it.
best
Yep.
goalie this season.
Lock it.
The only reason Villa is
That's a lot.
not at the bottom 3.
That's a lock. Dude,
then
he's
we
got
have
14. He's got 14 clean sheets.
Ridiculous, and like a million saves.
Yeah.
Literally Villa would be at the bottom again if it wasn't for him. And you have
100%.
Diaz center back. We're playing. So to preface this is a 3-5-2, but it's really a 3-1-4-2. Okay. And you'll understand because of if you're not on YouTube, very offensive here. But the
Go to
back
YouTube.
3
Get
and
us a
confident.
subscriber or 2.
Yeah, come on. So we have Diaz, middle of the 3 center backs. It's a no-brainer. Now, to the right of him, we have Joachim Anderson. Now, in my opinion, he is the Ruben Diaz for Fulham. Without him, they would not even be. They would probably be close to Sheffield.
He got roasted the other day against Burnley. And
He's put the teams on his back.
specifically why he's out of my team.
The whole team gave up there, though. The whole team gave up
Exactly.
there.
And I hope he stays in the Prem next year. I think he will. He's only 24 as well.
I think he's
Then you have
loaned
Ben
from
Mee, same with
Lyon.
him. So when Ben Mee was injured in the beginning of the season, Burnley sucked. And as soon as he came back, they started winning games and keeping clean sheets.
And he's a
So-
baller.
same thing. He can score goals, and then defensively he keeps Burnley together. Then you have the 6 in front of him, N'Golo Kante. We need to talk about that. He's going to.
But I do want to talk about that. I just want to ask you because I am zero qualms about N'Golo Kante. I think he's the best 6.
But he didn't play in the
Joshua
first
Kimmich.
half. Much.
But he didn't play a whole first half of the season. So I want to I want you to talk about that.
We don't hold Frank Lampard accountable for his shitty decisions on.
He was also injured for a bit, wasn't he?
He had a little bit of an injury, but it doesn't. You don't play Kovacic and Jorginho and not Kante. Like you got to put him in the team. It's a mistake.
He's finished strong, so I know it's on people's minds. I do think if there was a halfway, he would be on no one's list. But I mean, I totally understand.
Correct. I mean, he didn't play. He really didn't play much. So now here's where it gets very offensive. So those back 4.
This is
back 3 with Kante just doing everything. Then we're just gonna outscore you. So then we'll start at right midfield. Not really a wing back, but he can do a job. You have St. Max. He's electric to watch. He sells tickets. He doesn't really need to do the defensive work. You have Kante cleaning up after him.
Martinez has his work cut out for him.
Oh, for sure. But you have those back 3 and Kante. We're going to have the ball the whole time. It's no big deal.
Okay.
Then you have on the opposite side, left wing back. He's more of a wing back in this case. Harvey Barnes. Workhorse, box to box. He was probably Leicester's best player before he got hurt.
That's
at least most effective.
At least Jack Felter's gonna be happy with Harvey Barnes making your team.
I think I don't mind the Harvey Barnes, even though he got injured like that, because I mean his stats were electric, and he was. He was close to getting an England call up.
Let's see where the other Leicester City players.
But I have a question to ask about St. Max because I actually said this to Wags, and I was just wondering if you knew off the top of your head how many goals St. Max had.
3 goals, 5 assists.
3 goals, 4 assists. Now, see that's enough for you. That's enough out of your winger.
He has serious injury issues. Now that is definitely a problem.
That's a problem. Running the flank all game.
He's also playing on a Newcastle team that plays 5-3-2.
It's like
he's by himself against 7 players basically.
Yeah, but
you don't count Joelinton as a player.
This is where I question if this is a Premier League team of the season or if you're just trying to make a cool, good team with St. Max on it.
Cool FIFA team. You know.
So everyone else in my team, there's no questions. He is the one question mark, and I could have put Soufal, like Wag said. He would have been a perfect wing back, but I was going more offensive, and St. Max is just a glory to watch.
You wanted Jesse too. You wanted Messi Lingard.
Yeah, I gotta respect that. Without Messi, I could say that if I went for Soufal, I was going for Matias Pereira in the middle.
Okay.
West Brom player in there.
This team's historically the worst teams ever. Just want to say that the relegated.
Still a great player. Then you have at the 10 2 attacking midfielders or center midfielders in front of Kante. You have Messi Lingard, Bruno Fernandes.
Does Messi Lingard count since his parent club is United too? That's 2 United players.
That's true. That's true.
What jersey does he have on there?
I don't know. We're gonna have to. That could be an ineligible team that I'm seeing right here. Ineligible.
How interesting, Sean. So how interesting could that be next year if they actually recall Jesse Lingard on loan and they play a 2-10 system?
They got to cash out.
They're gonna sell him.
Yeah, they got to.
I think you cash out for him. I do. I think he'll want to too.
Now,
because even if he comes back to Man U, now one of the other big players are going to sit the bench. It's going to create the same issue it was beforehand. You might as well. He's playing really well. Just get your money.
Son, I see Harry, but I'm so proud of you for the Demon Boy.
I'm even prouder that he's bigger than Harry Kane.
Yeah,
I made sure.
Everybody.
So then you have the two. Then you have the 2 up top, Harry Kane and Patrick Bamford.
Yeah, Bamford deserves it.
He deserves it.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that call.
I agree.
So there's a team. I mean,
great stats. What did Bamford have this year?
15-7.
15-7.
I think it's more than that.
15-7, but he's been in more. If hockey assists were a thing in soccer, he has the most goal involvements of any player.
He also had a couple taken out for VAR, which were just
Yeah,
Unreal
well,
season.
He's goofy. He's always hanging off sides by his kneecaps.
Also, very happy with that pick just because I listened to the Crouchy podcast. He was just on with them, and he was incredible. Yeah, he was electric.
It's another reason why he's in the squad.
Okay, so Sean, now we go to coach.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have picked Klopp. That would have been the fanboy. I don't have any Liverpool players in my team.
He doesn't deserve it.
But
Klopp, coach of the season? Get out of here.
I think this isn't coach. This is the best of the rest of the coaches that I don't have.
Yeah,
players
but it would
for.
still have to do. Yeah, I guess
has Ancelotti has he ran a 3-1-2-3 or whatever I'm seeing here on my screen?
If he had these players, he would.
he might run this.
Listen, he
really
made Everton do decent, even when they have injuries.
I'm surprised
they don't have that great of a roster.
I'm surprised
they have a lot of good players, but a lot of injuries.
In your head.
So I feel like out of all the rest, I was gonna go for Sean Dyche. This is definitely not his team. These players are not.
No, he'd be sick to his stomach
right.
every day.
Oh, he would never play this in his life.
No. So
Wags, did you just tell Serge that you are surprised he didn't make an investment in his headphones?
No, in his head coach. I'm surprised I'm surprised that it was. Oh, what's left? All right, sure, Ancelotti, sure.
Okay,
good.
No. There's a reason he's
ninth, and this guy's coach of the year.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's a good team, Sean. I think you were hyping it up more than I was expecting. But I think these are great. This is a good team. This is a
good team.
I like the three backs that you picked. I think all three had an amazing season.
Now, who was shortlisted that didn't make it? That was necessarily
who was on the thoughts?
Pereira. You already said Pereira, but who's another sub?
So Soufal was one. So Pereira, Soufal, I already mentioned him. And now because it's me, but also because I think it's crazy what he's been able to do this season, is Dave Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
I mean,
how
second
many
half,
games
right?
he's played, and he plays 90 minutes every game.
He's always got something injured, but he's just
is insane. How
does he always have a wrist injury, or is he just one of those that just takes
got
the
a
wrist
anyway? Hammy, cramps
but
up.
He doesn't miss a game. Whether it's at wing back, full back, center back, he plays every game, which is crazy. So I had Kante in here, but he would have been in there otherwise.
It was tough with the one team, wasn't it? Like if you didn't have to do one team, were there any ones that were like gonna be locks before?
Yeah, so De Bruyne would have been with Fernandes.
Yeah, and I don't know.
And I also wanted Rudiger.
Will Mahrez work his way into any of our teams, even though he probably deserves it? But it's only one Man City player.
Yeah, it's tough. I think Rudiger got to be in there too, though.
If you look at Mahrez, he had a stretch of about 10 games where he was completely unplayable. I mean, Gundogan too. So it's like those two probably helped that stretch for Man City more than any. I mean, I think Ruben Diaz is the one lock, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Serge, one last tactical question for you. So I'm looking at this, and if you're going to play a team.
The tactics of this team. Last year, if we pulled tape, I believe it was no tactics either.
I mean, I love this, though. I love talking tactics. So, like, just looking at this is just my brain's going like, as a coach, how can I pin them back? So just think that you're sitting back, right? You're coming into a 5. How are we breaking on the wings, or how are you going to handle us on the counterattack when your wings are up?
Defensively.
Yeah, because I just feel like it's really going to turn into a 3-back.
So,
I mean, if you think Harvey Barnes is going to
it is a 3.
Harvey has one little triangle and he's out.
This is a 3-back, but you have N'Golo Kante, so you can't forget that. So it's a 4-back. I think Harvey Barnes will get up and down the entire game. St. Max, all right. That could be an issue.
St. Max is subbed at half.
That's an issue.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're getting
because he makes one defensive run back. Now he can't do what he can do going forward.
Okay,
so.
It's so funny.
Serge, I'm a fan.
Sean lets it all out in the Premier League team of the season. He's so tactical in real life, and then
I'll score you.
Through it, all out attack.
I mean, imagine Bamford and Kane together, though.
Yes,
that would be a nice combo.
Yeah, they're
scoring 110 goals, but they're giving up 7
and letting in 90.
I would really love to see these.
All right, it's still next.
It's me next. Okay, well let's share this puppy then.
I hope
I
you
know
got
the
Bruno.
anticipation is probably killing everyone.
I hope you got Bruno in there.
Yeah, what is this team?
Yes. Oh, he squeezed in both. Wow.
It's a good team.
Okay. Where do we start? I mean, Martinez, same as Sean. That's a lock.
He's still pop as fuck.
I think. I mean, I did flirt with Mendy, but I just thought Martinez, that team is not, where they are. I mean, the 14 clean sheets. I have him in fantasy, and the amount of saves that he gets in extra points is like he averages, I think, like 5-6 saves a game, which is crazy.
Well, and Grealish only played half the year. Who else are we gonna throw in from Villa?
Yeah, well, I flirted with both the center backs too, because Aston Villa has one of the best defensive records. So you could have went
Martinez.
I could have went Corza and you could have went Mings.
I couldn't bring Mings into this chat. I would have got torn apart from my.
You could have brought in Ezri and I would have applauded.
All right, so.
But across the back, Ruben Diaz again, just to copy Sean. Tarkowski. I mean, I think him and me have not single-handedly, because Chris Wood has kind of came along, but I mean the stats speak for themselves in terms of, I think they have let's see,
11 clean sheets, I think.
They have 11 clean sheets, and Burnley, I mean, that's crazy. He has the most aerial battles won, I believe, with 155. I mean, he's got like, it's just crazy stats compared to some of these defenders. And I mean, he's wanted by some other clubs for a reason. So, I mean, those are solidifying the back, I think. I mean, you're not winning the header over those guys, for sure not. And Patrick Bamford's getting shut down to the side, He's going to start floating out to the left to try and get the ball.
Yeah, okay.
Then we have Soufal. I went back and forth with the West Ham players. But yeah, I just think, I mean, he has 6 assists or 7 assists, and he's played about every game. And I mean, what a signing from them. Digne was another one that was tough, because I think Luke Shaw has been the best left back this year, but Digne, when he wasn't hurt, he's been 90 minutes every game. And I think he's another one who has 7 assists or something like that. So we're really, I mean, these backs are producing on my team. Let's go to the midfield. This was an interesting one. Not really the truest 6, I guess you would say. But he plays there, and he's played there a few times, and for Belgium too.
This team is just as offensive as Sean's. I just want to say that.
Yeah, this is like trying to say it's balanced and it's low key, defensive, but it's not defensive at all.
I mean, it's not. I didn't say no one's saying it's defensive. But I have 4 backs, like actual backs. We're not.
Digne is not a defender. Come on. He's a wing back at best.
Keep going. It's a great team, but it's just as offensive as Sean's.
With Pereira in front of him.
I mean, it's hard not to just pick an offensive team, you know? Like,
I agree.
For me, I knew Kante would be picked and taken off the board. I thought Mount has been more instrumental for them this year. Even though his stats aren't like the craziest, I think he has 6 goals, 5 assists. But what's crazy for him is he has 73 tackles, which is a very, very high number for a midfielder.
Like center forward most of the time.
I mean, yeah, and you can play him. I mean, yeah, he's playing a little different under Tuchel, but yeah, I just think he's been a little bit more instrumental. Ndidi almost came in too, but it just wasn't enough games for me. Pereira has played every single game. I think he's the only Leicester player to play every single game this year. And yeah, I mean, it's not that he's got crazy stats. He's got 6 goals, 4 assists, but another one who has a crazy amount of tackles. I mean, he's very influential in terms of he has one of the highest rates of passing. He's just, everything kind of goes through him in that midfield. And then Bruno, that one speaks for itself. And that brings us to our front line. We're going to start with Salah. Which I think might be a surprising pick, but I don't think we can just truly rate Liverpool on and not give anyone, because they've had a disappointing season. Yeah, quiet 20
exactly.
goals.
A quiet 20 goals.
I mean, only
Zach-
4
Zach Major
assists,
20
which
goals.
is like, but yeah, that's 20 goals is outrageous. So yeah, he got a spot. I almost flirted with Fabinho too, because those were the only 2 Liverpool players I think you could pick from this year. Kane speaks for itself. Outrageous numbers.
Wait. Go back. Correct
What?
yourself.
What?
Fabinho and Salah are the only 2 you can pick this year. You're crazy.
I mean, we'll hear from you. I think if you're really gonna pick him, I think that's just like not true. He just okay. We'll talk about it. And then yeah, Sean mentioned him. He almost slid in his, and I think for a good reason. We've all been kind of fanboys of him in the chat too. He's been balling in the last, since Sam came in too, and he started off well. And to have, I mean, what does he have? 10 goals, 5 assists for a team like West Brom, and then still be producing that under a guy like Sam Allardyce, who's, I mean, more defensive than Jose Mourinho, I think. Yeah. And then, I mean, Bielsa, the man, had to come in.
He's blocked on my screen. You got Bielsa squatting over there in the corner.
We got Bielsa. Is it blocked on yours too?
He's squatting in the corner.
Is he squatting?
He's squatting in the corner. Yeah, we got a translator too. Yeah, I mean, that was a tough one, but I think Leeds really produced, and just his style is so interesting, and Leeds is usually one of the more fun teams to watch. Sometimes it's Borsnor when they're playing against, like, I don't know. There was one game a few weeks back where Wags and I were like, oh man, can't watch this.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's going to be some tough communication on the field. A lot of languages being spoken, but
it's all different.
Yeah, that's that.
A lot of
That's my
language
team.
barriers on your team.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
everyone speaks English here.
I think Sufal, Tielemans, Mount, and then Diaz, Tarkowski do great under Bielsa, but Mo Salah, Fernandez, Pereira, Kane.
I think Pereira does well. I mean, if you think about it, Pereira is kind of just a
I get-
better
I
version
mean,
of Rafinha for me.
Now, Bielsa being the coach,
I mean, who knows? He would
this,
change.
this team, if I'm looking at him, maybe if Tielemans had a little more wheels on him, it screams murder ball to me. This team can press.
This team
I
can
think-
press.
I think with Salah and Pereira on Bielsa, they could press. Now,
Wags,
they don't
you know what?
press, but this team can press.
I'm not even gonna pretend like that was my main. Like, I wanted
No, I know.
fast players, but this combination with Bielsa, I think you're completely right. We could really press.
I think
It's
Dean
all
and
press.
Sufal, you
It's
have
all
some
press. Yeah, it's all
psychopaths
press.
out there.
If the press is broke,
the
I
two
mean, then you have
wings.
Diaz,
Oh.
Tarkowski to clean up.
Look,
but the press
I'm
up front-
I'm thinking about tactics, and Bielsa can
Tielemans
get
and Mount
this
are
team
two very
to work.
good defensive players. Mount will have to come a little bit back. Yeah, we might be. Yeah, it'll be tough, but I think
I
we'll
mean,
have
you
the
did,
ball.
you did a
ton,
nice
too.
job with the midfielders. You balanced Mount. Mount's a little deeper than Fernandez.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know if
glad
you
you
meant to
saw
do
that
that,
because
but,
that was
you know,
100%.
attention
that's
to
100%.
That was on
detail.
purpose.
Yeah. This is one of those like sideways triangle ones.
Yeah, and like Mo Salah's a little farther forward than Pereira.
Yeah, and then
Like a
Kane might be
centimeter.
able to come in. If Fernandez is getting pressed, get on the ball and really hit
Yeah.
Salah and Pereira coming through, just kind of like a Firmino does, but just better.
And one thing you'd hate to see too is Sufal getting up and down, making a nice overlap, and Salah is just a ball hard. and never gets the ball.
That's gonna happen.
Just stares at him, and then
I mean, that's got to be the worst
Yeah.
swinger to be behind.
Well,
not
Sufal
getting
that.
is one of the least happy on the team for sure.
Any,
I mean, he's in the office every day complaining, but Salah
any
might get you
honorable-
20. So
Any honorable mentions here?
I mean,
Anybody
a ton. It
you
was
know
like
about?
I kind of went back and forth. Fofana almost got a shout. I think he's
Wow,
he's
he
more of
almost
like a
made my
young
team as
player.
well.
Yeah, I mean, you could have thrown in a lot of the big guys from like I said, Luke Shaw, De Bruyne,
I feel so
Gundogan. These guys
bad.
could have made it in.
Nobody's got
um,
Roy Hodgson as their coach.
Calvert-Lewin also almost made a shout too. I almost had a 4-4-2 with a diamond 4, but I didn't see it. I didn't see it working out. I'm interested to see if England ever play that. because I didn't want to play a 5 back. So this was, yeah.
It's good.
Lingard too. Like, these guys almost made one, but it's tough when you have to pick one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited.
I'm interested to see
I'm so excited.
what
for
does
my
Wags
team.
have here?
Basically, every thought I've ever had, I took it and I said, "Don't pick that guy."
Did you somehow put Cantwell on the team?
No. Yeah, coming up. God, I thought Cantwell is real. His name is wrote down. Just want that to be known.
I just love
Now,
that
hold
he
on.
has a bench. All right.
Before Wags, where's Pereira going next year? Who's he transferring to?
Pereira to Wolves, or coming up with Norwich.
Huh.
He'd be great at Norwich. I think he should just go.
I
right
hope
over
it's in
to
his
Norwich.
contract, man. I hope it's in his contract and he
He's
can
got
get
to
out.
be. He's a stud.
There's
He was
no
like-
way.
He produces.
They can get money. They can
He's
get
got
good
a
money
pretty
for him.
high transfer value. Like it's got to be.
I'm hearing Ollie Watkins to Liverpool.
That's disgusting. And
Really?
How crazy is that? And then, maybe Tammy's leaving. He's
Going back to
going,
Villa.
I think, either to
Got it.
West Ham or to Villa.
If he wants
All
to
right.
play for England, he's
Yeah.
All right.
You guys ready?
Oh, I'm ready. What is about to happen here?
All right. It's nice and
Johnny-
organized.
It is very nice. Text and everything,
Night
too.
and neat.
Yeah.
David Moyes is so.
And a bench.
So let me start off by saying sometimes West Ham.
Wow. David Moyes got the shout over
Sometimes West Ham plays the 5-back, but sometimes if they're going to be in control, it's the 4, and it's a 4-2-3-1, and we're controlling the tempo. The long ball's on. So I'll start with the wings. We could see Sonny and Salah. The long ball is on. Sean down the wings. Your team is screwed.
I'm back. I'm listening.
It's over.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
let's tell the formation before you start. That way,
We're going with a 4-2-3-1. Mount's going to be asked to do a lot, which I think is fair. We already said with Emi Martinez, I think it's his clean sheets are up there with every other goalkeeper's, but he has double the saves. I think it's like double and a half, 2.5.
It's crazy.
Ruben Diaz is a freak. We don't need to go over that. I was surprised Johnny Evans. I mean, he's getting older. Guys.
I mean, he had a great year, though.
We
Had a
don't
great
have
year.
many more years
He's a
to
star.
appreciate him. I didn't think Vardy fit with my squad. And I wanted the Demon Boy. I think Tielemans is a little slow. I thought about Castagna, but we'll move out. You guys are crazy. I know you all probably thought I was bringing Luke Shaw to this chat. Aaron Wan-Bissaka it's locked. It's a lockdown.
Yeah.
Every game you watch with Man United, he just is left on a 40-yard island, and they don't get by him ever.
Watch out.
I was surprised Vinberg didn't put James Ward-Prowse in it. I thought James Ward-Prowse would be the first name.
I'm
on the team
surprised you put
for
James
Serge.
Ward-Prowse. I'm like really
Look,
surprised.
He could have fit in there, but it didn't fit
Neves
the
is going to
team.
cover the cracks. I know he's not the paciest, but Neves.
That's a slow back 2 6s.
I'm not worried about it. We're
It's
playing
possession.
we're playing David Moyes ball. We're sitting in, we're possessing, and when the long ball's on, look out.
I love that there's a captain.
Yeah, I mean, I've hated on Mason Mount from Derby County more than anybody. I think I've said he should be on Sheffield Wednesday multiple times.
Yeah, you
So I really like my squad. I'm upset that there wasn't a Saka mention. I know we all pick on Arsenal regularly, but
Does he really ever play a left back though?
Saka
In a
left
He's
back.
flat
gonna.
4?
Listen, that's where he started, and I had to fit him in, and David Moyes will make him work. This all starts with David Moyes.
I don't see Saka as a left back.
I
really
want you all
don't
to
in a
know
4.
that when I made this roster, first of all, I experimented and figured out how to make it work and put Neves on. But second on this team sheet was David Moyes.
That was second. I mean,
Look at him.
I
mean,
can't
think
believe
about
that
it.
you put Saka over Digne though.
But Saka, if you put
I
Saka
just-
on like a City, he would ball out. you
As a
know?
left back.
If he was on a
Yeah.
really good team,
Yeah,
he could
I'm
be a
ex-
very good
I don't
left
think
back.
to
but I
see
don't
him
think
play
he
ball.
plays as a left back on City. Never. I don't think he ever plays in a 4 back. He's a wing back or he's a winger.
I think that Saka if you're gonna say that Trent Alexander-Arnold can defend in a right back, 4 back, or Reece James, Saka's fine. Okay.
I mean,
No, well,
Saka,
he-
it's
We'll
almost
send the help his
Disagree.
way. Aaron can be out on his own. We're good.
Saka's kind of like Jordi Alba. He could play like that style. Like Jordi Alba's not a great
Yeah.
defender.
Don't-
Saka's
don't-
better.
Leave Saka alone, Dill. Star boy. Okay.
I mean, a great
Sorry,
player. I mean, if you're being serious that this like he would play as a left back and a flat forward,
Listen.
then I think you're out of your mind. But okay,
Sonny's got a high work rate. Neves will keep him covered. We're good.
can we talk about the Mason Mount gets the captain shout right there?
Oh, he's wearing the armband. He's wearing it. I've went from hating him to being the biggest fanboy, and that's fine.
You heard it here.
I think the bench. I think Eberici Eze deserves a shout because I think that Palace should just say, "All right, Zaha, see you later. We got Eze now."
I can't believe that you put Salah too.
Once you said his name, I was like, "Yeah." I mean,
I said it, and he goes, "I don't think he
goals.
deserves it." He was trying to get me not to
He was
play.
trying to get you not to play.
Then I look at the stats, and I was like, who else is gonna be out there? So
Cool, calm 20.
I couldn't put Trossard's name on the sheet. I had to put somebody from Brighton. And Carl Darlow. I mean, there was about a eight week span where Carl Darlow was really good, and then I don't know what happened to him. So
I almost put him too, but I didn't really know if I wanted a Crystal Palace player in there. I just like we've done so much hating on Roy Hodgson. I just wasn't sure.
If I had to go one more sub, you need a striker. I mean, we all know him. I'm Mbai Zhang on the team sheet. He's there, but
I like this though. We're gonna have to open this up to a vote for everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
Bamford, I was say that
Son,
my manager, his
great.
Tactics apply directly to the formation and players. And there's, if you go across this board, there's zero
Besides
language
soccer,
barriers.
Yeah. It's a
Zero
well-balanced
language,
team.
zero language barriers out here. We're
And I
playing
must
ball.
say, Sonny, I tried to fit him into my team.
Yeah.
Like he could replace St. Max for being purely based on stats and seasons because Sonny is an unbelievable season.
I also wanted to see
Who?
Mount and Bamford together because it was fun.
Oh, Son, yeah, it was tough. I mean, Son and Kane, it was like you can only pick one.
Right.
Bamford, yeah, no one gave Calvert-Lewin the shout, huh? No one gave Vardy the shout.
Thought about Calvert-Lewin directly.
No one gave De Bruyne. We were all Diaz fanboys.
Yeah.
No one gave Souček, which is an interesting one.
Mahrez and
Dude,
Souček were both
had a
on.
great year.
They were on my screen at one point, but I wanted David Moyes.
No Gundogan. I mean,
couldn't say bye to the manager.
No Foden.
No Shaw, no Foden, no Grealish. I mean, I think we're.
Yeah.
No Pogba, no Jota.
Did anyone think Michael Keane for a second?
No
That-
Pogba.
Yes. Stared right
I
at
did.
Michael
Great.
Keane.
I mean,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
I stared right at him. Yeah.
That Everton, I just couldn't pick one, and I wasn't sold on any of them like over. So just whatever. Luka Dean's on the bench.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to open that up for everyone to vote on. I think the loser has to snap cash everyone.
Yeah.
$5 to
$5 million.
put into a bet.
I'm so pissed. I was gonna throw Pookie up top. I was gonna throw somebody
Next
up
year.
top.
Next year. I think
So what about quick prediction? Who gets relegated next year?
I think we should save this for Jack. I
Or
think
is
we should
this-
save
or
this
is
for a
this-
Jack episode with where we have a lot of awards and stuff, like
Maybe transfer talk as well.
player of the year, like most
right, fair.
exciting.
This is
like,
another
biggest
episode, you're right.
disappointment. That's
think,
a whole
I-
different funny
I
episode
think
there.
it's time for a big name to go down next year. That's all I'll
Let's
say.
save that Wax, because
one of them.
we'll save a lot of these ones for Jack. He'll be the moderator, and he'll ask us,
Fair.
worst hair, next coach to get fired, all of these good ones. So
Worst hair, Roy Hodgson.
worst hair, Roy Hodgson. All right. Anything else, boys?
The guy's just trying to keep living. He needs a Pop-Tart is what he needs.
Yeah. That's it for
No,
me.
that's it.
I think
That's it
David
for
Moyes.
me.
David Moyes, coach of the year, easily.
Let the fans
Yeah, I mean,
decide,
he would have
but
been
I
my
think-
coach of the year too, but
I think looking at all of our teams, it's actually a toss-up. One could argue for any of them.
I think so too.
I am putting the long ball over Harvey Barnes' head, and I am in.
Yeah, but it's fine. I have N'Golo Kante. What are you gonna do? If he's running after you and you have the ball and you don't have anyone to pass to, you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, but if I
might
have
as
Bruno
well-
Fernandez at the 10,
Well,
Take a
Salah.
shot.
If I have Bruno Fernandes at the 10, you think Kante is just going to be like not trying to guard him or Mount?
Well,
You know, you
let's
think
not
he's going to go
forget
all
that
the
I
way to
have
left back?
3 absolute beasts in the back. It's a brick wall.
One's on Fulham, so
His team sucks, so that doesn't mean he's not good.
yeah. You think he comes back up?
No,
I think so.
no.
He's
Who
24.
from Fulham? Who from Fulham comes up?
Tosin Adarabioyo.
Let's save this for another episode.
What about Loftus-Cheek?
He's on loan, isn't he?
Yeah. He
So he
surely
just goes
can't play
back
in the
to Chelsea.
championship. Yeah, but they're not going to want him.
Yeah, but it's only a 1-year loan, so he comes back and then maybe he can go somewhere else.
Well, that's
Ruben.
Norwich.
He'll come back into Ooh, interesting.
Ruben.
All right,
Everybody.
boys, that's it for me. I think we let the people decide now. We've done enough talking.
Yeah. So until next time,
Keep moving forward.
keep learning.
Make your own path.
Oh, wow. So much enthusiasm.
Yeah. You could tell he was really happy
Stop.
about that Salah pick.
Stop. Footwork is sponsored by ourselves. Also, Kong Fitness and Merchant Designs, baby. Follow us on Instagram at Footwork_podcast. Twitter is at Footwork Podcast. YouTube and Facebook, just check out Footwork Podcast, search it. Email us if you need anything, any questions at footworkpodcast@gmail.com. And remember, plug, pass. Tell your parents, Amazon delivery guy, mailman, I don't know who, just tell them. Like, subscribe, review, all of it helps. Danke.